Well, good morning, YouTube. This one's going to be a different kind of adventure. Instead of exploring the wilds of the Sulphur River, we're going to be exploring the wilds of New York City and New Jersey. We're heading up to New York for the Celebrate Hamilton weekend, and I'll be taking a lot of clips to show you guys as we go on our adventure together. So, Indiana Smith and Mrs. Indy, check it in. All right, well, we've made it safely to New York City, and behind us is the historic Francis Tavern. This is a place where Washington and his officers held their farewell dinner. It was also a meeting house of the Sons of Liberty during the days of the Revolution. We'll be doing a tour here in a couple of days. Right now, we're on our way down to Battery Park, and we may be heading out to the Statue of Liberty. All right, YouTube, we are pulling up to the Statue of Liberty. This has just been an amazing trip so far. It is really beautiful. The weather could not be more perfect. It was 84 degrees at 4 in the morning when we left Texas, and we got to New York and it's 80 degrees at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That is a nice change. Hey, good morning, YouTube. It is our first morning in New York City, and we have discovered if you're going to be in New York, you've got to buy food from those street-side vendors. We just got breakfast for like $12.50, and it smells absolutely wonderful. We are right here by the waterfront, sitting here on a bench watching the ships come and go across the bridges. Now, right behind us is one of the big bridges. I have no idea which one is the Brooklyn Bridge. I keep saying, oh, that's the Brooklyn Bridge. No, that's the Brooklyn Bridge. There's so many of them, I don't know which is which, but they're all just beautiful, and we're just having a wonderful time. We'll check in through the day. Wow, here we are in Times Square, New York. We have passed the Naked Cowboy. Yeah! We have passed several superheroes who will charge you to take your picture with them. Mickey and Minnie Mouse, people in an amazing variety of states of dress and undress. Suffice it to say, we ain't in Texas anymore, but we sure are having a grand old time. Here I am at the room where it happens. I don't think our schedule's going to let us see the musical this time around, but we actually have to walk into the lobby of the theater. And of course, we'll be doing a lot of Hamilton related stuff tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. So it's going to be a great time. Hey guys, well here I am at the Snyder Academy in New Jersey. Right outside the window is a Revolutionary War era cemetery. And you can see the church in the background there. The pastor of that church was the chief instructor here at the Academy when Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr attended here. And in a few moments, I'll be giving my talk about President Hamilton. It's going to be a fun evening. So, how did a history teacher from Texas get interested in Alexander Hamilton? I have been teaching history now since 1990 in one category or another, starting as a graduate assistant there at my alma mater, East Texas State University, now Texas A&M Commerce, and then I was adjunct instructor at a couple of community colleges. I worked in the museum field for a couple of years, and since 1996, I have been the main history instructor at Greenville Christian School. I teach at 6 different levels plus 1 elective. It's a pretty full schedule, but I really enjoy myself. And of the various eras of history that I've always been fascinated with, the American Revolutionary era has always been near and dear to my heart. And long before the Hamilton musical came out, I was fascinated with the character of Alexander Hamilton because he was such a lightning rod for criticism, and yet at the same time he was so indispensable to the founding of our country. In fact, I would argue that other than George Washington himself, no one did more to get the American Republic launched and on its feet than Alexander Hamilton. And then, of course, Hamilton was our forgotten founder. He was the one that most people couldn't remember who he was or what he did or even why he was on the $10 bill. In fact, in 2013, there was discussion of taking him off of the $10 bill, and then a New York playwright named Lin-Manuel Miranda read Ron Chernow's biography of Hamilton while he was on vacation in Puerto Rico and said, somebody's got to do a musical about this guy. I can't believe it hasn't happened already. And suddenly Hamilton became the poster child for the founding fathers. times. And I will say, as a history teacher, Lin-Manuel made my job so much easier because he plugged a whole new generation into the founding fathers and the history of the era.